just can't believe how big these are. I never thought I would find a lobster like this in any buffet. This is really taking it to another level. The all-you-can-eat buffet is one of the most popular menus you can find in Los Angeles. You'll find all kinds of buffets, from American to Filipino, of all different price points. With so many buffets in LA, which one should you go to? Hey there, this is Steve from Rockstar Eater, and in this episode, I'm going to be giving you the super mega tour of the buffet scene in all of Los Angeles County. 7 different spots, over 300 food selections, just mind-blowing. So get ready for a food adventure because this is the biggest all-you-can-eat buffet tour in Los Angeles you're going to find anywhere on YouTube. And also, if you're new to this channel, take a moment right now to hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell because I post these food and travel videos weekly you don't want to miss out on. So go ahead, do that right now. And with that being said, let's go to our first buffet. If you are out in the Pomona area, you have to eat at Vita Italian restaurant. On Sundays, this restaurant offers one of the most extraordinary brunch buffets. At $59, you get king crab legs, prime rib, and more. So I would not miss this restaurant, especially if you are in the east part of LA County, you love king crab legs, you love prime rib, then this is truly going to be a spectacular experience. Why don't we begin with the hot food? So I'm going to show you everything they got here. This is the California pepper sauce salmon. So if you love salmon, oh yeah, they got you hooked up. And this one here is chili lime chicken. All right, got to have your chicken too. And of course you need your pasta since this is an Italian restaurant slash buffet. Cilantro pesto pasta. And the veggies too. This is sauteed mixed veggies. Looks so very colorful. And this one I heard is kind of a new item. It's like a chicken katsu type of dish, sliced up breaded fried chicken. And some potatoes, always love this. And that is steamed rice, along with this other wild rice. And moving down the line, we got some fish cakes. And next to it is popcorn chicken, almost kind of like Taiwanese style. And this is definitely some breakfast food. We got some waffles, all house made, as well as some French toast. And then here to the right is bacon and sausage. And the next station is the salads as well as the seafood. Okay, so this one here's the green salad to start off. And that one is a Caesar salad. You have all the toppings like the tomatoes and the croutons, as well as the Caesar salad dressing and ranch. And those are some shaved cheese along with some lemon. Oh yeah, that's all the seafood. This is definitely what I came for. That is shrimp. Look how big that shrimp is. Oh man, they don't get cheap on you here. And then that is the crab. Look, it's a combination of snow crab as well as some king crab. Isn't that insane? I don't find this in too many buffets. Oh, this is good, good. And then to the right, or to the left I should say, all that is raw oyster. And that one is the assorted cheese platter. Look, a very nice flower in the center. And that is a fruit platter that they recently restocked with like a pink looking pineapple. That's interesting. Honeydew, watermelon, and cantaloupe. I think I'm gonna start off by eating the crabs. Yeah, like top of the line stuff first. Can't forget your oysters too. So like with any buffet, if you get here kind of late, they are gonna run out of a few things. Like I noticed that the dessert station is kind of smaller now, but I came mainly for the crabs and thankfully they still got a lot here. That's a good thing. Wow, that's fresh. Oh yeah, I always love oysters. But this, we're not talking about those little snow crabs that are like so skinny you can barely get any meat out of it. These are some pretty big king crabs. You see the legs? I got the shoulder part where there's like so much meat on there. That's good. And of course you cannot forget this too. Let's get cracking. Gotta be just a little careful when you eat this. That's some mighty good tasting crabs. It's like I'm using my fingers to dig out all the meat. Ah, whoa, look at that. That's like all the meat right there. That's awesome. Okay, now let's try all this meat together. It's tasty. I think the crabs are a little bit salty, but other than that, I like it because there's so much meat in there and it's so soft. This is where you're really gonna get your money's worth. So if I would say that if you are a big crab fan, then this is gonna be your restaurant, because you're not gonna find too many restaurants in LA County that has crabs that are this big. If you're also a shrimp cocktail fan, they got you covered here with the sauce and everything. Very classic tasting shrimp cocktail. Shrimp is big, it's crunchy, and that sauce is on point. And the omelet and meat carving station is at the other side of the restaurant. This is omelets for sure, because these are all the toppings for the omelets. Everything from bacon to green onions, bell pepper, spinach, and that is the egg along with the cheese. And they would make it right there. See, fancy stuff. What did I tell you? They got a prime rib here, which you don't find in too many buffets actually in Southern California, but they got the real deal here. And to the right of that, that's the leg of lamb. We got our sauces too, like chimichurri, and then the creamy horseradish, creamy demi, and then this is the au jus, and then the mint sauce. Wow, that's a big piece of meat right there.
Just for you, brother.
Yeah, let me try some of that lamb too. That looks good. And suggested sauce for the prime rib is chimichurri. I'm gonna put a lot of it on because this makes any meat taste good. And check this out. This is the pasta station. As if the omelet station wasn't enough, they got you covered here too. They got the Alfredo, they got the pesto sauce, they got the marinara sauce, and it looks like they have two kinds of pasta. Not to mention also sausage, chicken, and shrimp. Chef's recommendation for pasta station: take the Alfredo as well as the pesto, mix it together with some of this pasta along with some chicken.
Yes, sir.
All right, it's finished. Honestly, I don't think I'm gonna be able to eat everything up in the buffet line, but I'll try. I'm focusing on all the main popular things at this restaurant, such as the stuff from the pasta station. And then you cannot forget about this Vegas style prime rib. Since the pasta is so easy to eat, maybe I will start with this one. Oh, that mixture of the sauce is really good. It's like it tastes like a pesto sauce, but with the creaminess of the Alfredo sauce, kind of, you know, more of like that milky flavor. I think pesto is like good on anything, like pasta, chicken. There is chicken here, by the way, which is really good stuff. This whole thing could just be a meal in of itself. But now I'm gonna be eating more of the American influence, which is the prime rib. And this is the first time I've had it with chimichurri. I like it. This is really good. This prime rib is so tender, it's flavorful, it's so juicy. Yeah, it's pretty much like Vegas quality right here. I feel like I'm eating at a Vegas buffet. Wow, this lamb looks pretty epic too. Might as well try this since this is one of the high-end stuff here too. Tastes like the prime rib in many ways. Flavor-wise, very similar. So it doesn't have a gamey flavor, which is a good thing. I'm not a big fan of that. It has the plumpness of the prime rib, very juicy, very tender, minty too, because it has all this mint sauce on top of it. So if you guys like lamb, they got it here, and it's great. Oh yeah, and for sure, I'm gonna try the omelet before I get out of here. We're gonna do a special combo, chef's recommendation. And there it is. That is the key ingredient, the egg itself. There it is. Looks like I'm not gonna be able to eat as much crabs and oysters as I wanted to. But still, I mean, it's fun discovering all of these new foods they got here. Like this cheese omelet. Wow, that chef cooked that omelet really, it's good. They have some salsa on the side too, which will make it very spicy. So just FYI. Yeah, omelets is definitely good here. So don't pass up on it. It's good stuff. But I'm pretty sure the lunch items are good too, right? Salmon is good too, with that creamy kind of a pink sauce over it, which is really tasty. I don't even know what this thing is. I heard it's like some sort of a chicken katsu or something like that. Kind of reminds me of eating Chinese lemon chicken. I used to like eating this chicken all the time when I was a kid, so it brings back a lot of good memories. And I forgot to mention that the dessert station is actually part of the hot foods and breakfast foods. They got some tiramisu and strawberry shortcake. And I heard that all of this was filled before I came, but it's all gone, unfortunately. You got some mini cannolis, and that one is called taro balls, as well as some brownies. I guess this is the drink station, or what's left over the drink station, but at least they still got this one. It's just a talo boba. It's like little pieces of boba in this kind of like milk type drink, which I think I'm gonna try. Yeah, it's really good. It's like some sort of a milk tapioca, like small boba drink with some apples or some fruits inside. Get this, it's good. I guess with whatever room is left in my stomach, we'll finish it off with some dessert. Wow, even their cakes here are pretty good too. That is so awesome. I think this is one of the best buffets I've been to in Southern California. It's only a Sunday brunch buffet, but the food choices they have here is so good. I mean, they don't just have the breakfast items, but they have like the prime rib, they got the king crab, the oysters, even some of these nice like luxury desserts as well. This is really as good of a buffet experience as you're gonna find in Los Angeles County. If you care for Brazilian food, LA has got it too with H&H Brazilian Steakhouse. H&H is located at the Beverly Center, and this Brazilian barbecue is special because it serves grass-fed meats, the first of its kind in LA. This is one of the more expensive buffet options that you can find in Los Angeles, but if you care to go fine dining, then I would really suggest you visit this spot ASAP.
We have here some black olives and green olives, heart of palm salad, it's very popular in Brazil. The rainbow carrot salad, have some Brussels sprouts.
Okay.
The Persian cucumber salad here.
Yes.
We have some fresh cut cheese too.
Ooh.
Mozzarella, Parmesan cheese, provolone. Here you can see the caprese salad.
Yep,
very
always
popular
good.
Too. The yellow squash zucchini. It's very popular. The broccolini salad. We have some asparagus. You can see here some cold cuts. We have chorizo, salami, and prosciutto.
And then...
yeah, here we have some roasted mushrooms. Potato salad, very popular as well. Golden beets, very healthy.
Yes.
The quinoa tabbouleh salad.
Okay.
We have garbanzo bean salad.
Then what is that?
This is, we have hummus and tapenade. Some dressings you can use with the bread.
Okay, that's the bread, right?
Yeah, the sourdough bread. Sliced. We have some fresh cut fruit too. Here you can see the papaya. Over there we have watermelon and cantaloupe.
Cantaloupe, oh, I see it, okay.
Yeah, the kale Caesar salad.
Okay.
The croutons actually they are made with the cheese bread.
Yes.
So they are gluten free. So it's a gluten free salad. Here we have the arugula salad with some cheese and golden beets, spring mix. We have some dressings here.
These are the dressings, right?
Yeah, this is a chimichurri, one of the most popular ones. Vinaigrette, very popular as well. Oh, here, if you like spicy, that's the one, Malagueta pepper. Some yuca flour, always good to put on top of your rice and beans.
Right, farofa.
Farofa, there you go. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Here you have the Brazilian feijoada, it's a black bean stew. This one is made with beef only.
Yes.
So no pork, so more people can, because we know some people don't eat pork,
yes.
So this one is safe.
Okay.
And some rice as well.
Okay, and I heard this rice was imported from Brazil, right?
Yes, they're imported from Brazil. We have a Brazilian vendor that we bring, even the beans and the rice, they're Brazilian.
All right.
Brazilian.
Ooh,
some
bacon.
Candy bacon. Here you have some of the collard greens.
Yes.
Salted collard greens.
Yes.
Soup of the day. This one is yellow squash, tomato and potato soup. Here's one of my favorites. These are the beef stroganoff.
Wow, that looks amazing.
It's a creamy sauce with chunks of beef and mushrooms. This is our kitchen, one part of our kitchen. Here's the salad side, where our kitchen staff prepare the salad, seasoning portion. They take care of that here on this side. Here on the other side, our chefs, the gauchos, they are responsible for prepping the meats, portion it, trim it, they skewer all the meats, and then they cook in the grill.
All right, what do we have in here?
Here we have the picanha. That's pretty much the most popular cut. There is no churrasco without that.
Obviously.
Picanha.
Okay.
That's one of my favorite cuts here, the bottom sirloin.
Whoa.
We call it fraldinha.
That's big.
Yes, juicy marble. Very good cut. Here we have the tri-tip.
Tri-tip.
Yeah, it's very tasty as well with the fat pulver here.
It looks good. On a given night, how many selections of choice meats do you have up here?
So it's about 16 different cuts among beef, chicken, pork, and lamb, and the grilled pineapple. As you guys can see, this is our prep for the day. We have the skewers ready to be grilled, to be cooked. We put the beef on the side. We have the picanha here, the H&H steak.
This one?
Yes.
Oh, okay. It's like, what is it, sirloin?
This is the prime sirloin beef, exactly.
Oh, okay.
And you cut them this way so it gets very juicy. Here we have the bottom sirloins, all prepped, trimmed, just enough amount of fat so you get the flavor of it. So here's the autumn room. That's one of the rooms that we have here. It's about 45 people that we can perfectly accommodate here. And then coming towards this side, we have the bar area with more seating here. This one we called summer room, as you can see.
Wow, I feel like you're giving me a cribs tour right now.
Yeah, there you go. This is pretty much the biggest room we have. It's beautiful. This is the winter room. We have a fireplace working right there. It's a very nice, very cozy room. This room here is gorgeous. We call it Primavera, which means spring.
Yeah, this is really bigger than the downtown location.
Yeah, I love the plants here, the flowers, the way you feel here. It's very nice, definitely. This February 6th, we're gonna start serving lunch here in Beverly Hills. We are already doing this in the downtown location, and soon you're gonna have it here.
So with every meal comes with your bread, as well as garlic mashed potatoes, plantains, and yuca fries. Wow, it's really good. So cheesy. One of the things that I always look forward to when I'm at a Brazilian steakhouse or any Brazilian restaurant, all these veggies look so healthy, like the Brussels sprouts. That has a lot of flavor. Kind of like a garlic flavor. It's chilled, it's crunchy. Brussels sprouts are some of my favorite things to eat. It's so sweet. It's very soft and sweet. Yeah, it's one of my favorites now. I always look forward to the golden beets when I come to this restaurant. The Capri salad is also something I always like to get on my plate too, because I don't eat this that often. That's why I'm so excited. Oh, fabulous. That is so refreshing. Yeah, I'm off to a good start so far. It's always worth noting that they give you these cards so that they know whether you want to continue or you want to stop. Green means you want to keep eating, and then you turn to red if you want to pause or if you're pretty much done for the night. All right, starting off with the picanha. This is my favorite. Yes, some organic picanha. I'm gonna get more than one. You guys like picanha? They got a killer picanha here. Look at that redness, yikes. This one is the leg of lamb, which I think is a new item on the menu because I didn't see this last time. Wow, it is new. It is new. Wow, look how big that thing is. That's crazy. And this is the garlic beef. How nice. I always like garlic, anything garlic. Gonna start off with this picanha. Look at how delicious this looks. Here we go. Very tender and juicy. Of course, what makes picanha good is all the fat that's around on the edges. And they do salt it up just a little bit, so it has like a good tint of saltiness to it. Now the leg of lamb is something that I've had, I think, at other restaurants before, but not here because it's new. Tastes just as good as the beef. Almost like eating a picanha in some ways. It's very juicy. That's what I noticed about the meat so far. Extremely juicy and full of flavor. Oh, garlic flavor is like the best type of mashed potatoes. Do you agree with me? Garlic makes everything taste good, right? Wow, very heavy garlic flavor. Put it to the max on meats, makes it taste even better. I'm so far impressed with all their meats. I mean, I've had it before at the downtown location, so I know, but it's good to experience it once again. Bottom sirloin coming up. Look at the pinkness of it. That is a big slice. I want that all to myself. And pork ribs. This one you always have to eat while it's pretty hot.
Yeah, could you grab it?
Yeah, I got it. Got it. There we go. I did go up for seconds on the salad bar because it's so hard to resist. Even though, of course, you can get your money's worth on all the meats, but everything up there at the salad bar is just fantastic. Like the feijoada. I just want to make this a meal with rice. So it's not salty, not sweet, but I love the beef in there. There's no pork, by the way. No pork. All the meat is halal here, so just letting you know. Beans are incredible. But then the stroganoff also looks pretty amazing. Beef and mushroom. Yeah. It's so creamy. It's almost like eating a cream beef stew with mushrooms. Like some sort of a mushroom sauce. Fabulous. Did I tell you that bottom sirloin is one of my favorite cuts? Look how crispy the surface looks. My ideal meat. Whoa. All right, that one is mind-blowing. It's so like tender and rich and salty. That is the perfect steak right there. I think I like this one the best. I mean, I always do like picanha, but that bottom sirloin, wow. You definitely gotta get it here. But these pork ribs, you gotta eat them while they're hot. That's how they taste good. Crunchy and smoky and very crispy. It's like my perfect pork ribs right there. You don't want to eat pork ribs that are kind of boiled, right? You want it crispy. This is the definition of good crispy barbecue pork. Wow, that is a huge epic piece of beef rib. That's crazy. That thing is incredible. Wow, it just melts in your mouth. It's like so soft and tender on the inside and it's very crispy on top. That is a good piece of meat. Yeah, this is the top of the line stuff. All right, this is the cinnamon pineapple. There's a lot of cinnamon and sugar on it. Nice. Yeah, why not? I'll do one more. This is really good. I remember that this restaurant makes some of the best cinnamon pineapple. So of course I'm looking forward to this one a lot. Oh, I was right. That thing is candy sweet. It is delicious. This is one of those things I feel you really need to get. Like a top 3 item here. So don't miss this one. And then of course with any fine dining restaurant, they do have their desserts, such as this new one on the menu. The red velvet cake with berry sauce. What a great way to end off the night, huh? Look at that. That's a good dessert. I think this is the first time I've had red velvet cake with all this berry sauce on top, which I think is a great addition. It makes it taste pleasantly fruity. This has been one of my favorite Brazilian steakhouses in LA since I went to the location in downtown LA. And tonight's experience has been just as good. So if you happen to be in Beverly Hills, perhaps you're shopping at the Beverly Center and you're looking for a really great restaurant nearby, this is the spot you got to go to.
What would a buffet tour be without some Korean barbecue? You must check out 92K Barbecue, which is in Torrance. This is one of the newest and biggest Korean buffets in LA County. For $34.95, you can get a big selection of barbecue meats, which you grab from a huge buffet station. This is my favorite all-you-can-eat Korean barbecue buffet in Los Angeles County, which is why I can encourage you, drive out to Torrance to try this really amazing spot. Beginning with your greens, always a good idea. You got lettuce right here, they got plenty of fresh lettuce, and even more lettuce. And that one is mint. I could smell it, smells great. And you also got to have your green onions, important part of Korean barbecue meal. And I think that's more lettuce right there. And we got some corn cheese, and they got a lot of this corn cheese because it is very popular to eat, especially at all-you-can-eat Korean barbecue restaurants. And right here we got orange, and that is melon. And we got some lychee, and that one is pineapple. Oh, I like the way they're cut. That's pretty cool. And some jalapeno, some watermelon, and then we got some zucchini and cucumber salad. Yeah, see, this is one of the good things about coming early. It's freshly stocked. And we got some potato salad. And this one is a radish kimchi. And they also have your regular kimchi too. Oh, that looks pretty good. And let's see, we got some jalapeno and sliced garlic. And if you love fried stuff, they got you covered here too. We got some gyoza. This is fried dumpling. And then also some shrimp egg rolls. Oh, that's pretty cool. I don't see shrimp egg rolls that often in a buffet. And we got some kimchi fried rice. Look at that, it's like untouched. I think I'm the first person to touch it today. And then right next to it, we got some rice paper. This is always very good to wrap your meat in. And then on both sides, we do have some sauces. You'll also find it on that other side as well. Let's see, sesame oil, I always use that. Ponzu sauce and some salt. And let's see, I'm not sure what that is. It's some sort of other sauce. And then I'm pretty sure this is the brisket sauce. Yeah, you got to use this for your brisket. We also got some chili paste right there, and then bean paste. Moving along, we got some japchae, very popular Korean food. If you love noodles, you got to get this. And we got, let's see, tteokbokki, spicy rice cakes. Oh yeah, as well as some edamame. And looks like we got more fried stuff. So these are onion rings, and we got some fried potato wedges, almost like the ones they have at Chick-fil-A. Ooh, colorful. We got radishes of two kinds, the green as well as the pink. And that is soy sauce onions. Ooh, okay, interesting. And then we got some sweet potato. I love that. Let's see, okay, just ice right there. Some peppers. Got two different kinds of bell pepper sliced up, as well as some tomato. And then up here we got eggplant, my favorite. As well as some pumpkin and mushrooms. Yeah, everybody loves mushrooms, right? As well as some asparagus. So I guess the plates are underneath. Oh, I love the lights. That's pretty cool. I definitely came at an early time because I heard that this restaurant can get really packed, especially during weekends, nighttime. So weekdays, pretty good. And the good thing is they have some pretty nice parking, you know, street as well as a parking lot back there. Oh, I am ready to go. You better come here with a big appetite because there's a lot of food here. Oh, that's pretty cool. They got the robots here too. All right. Bring some nice fresh meat to my table, and there it is. So I decided to start off with some of the items from the kitchen, and yes, they do have more meats they can order that they bring out from the kitchen. So this is the finger meat, one of my favorites. That one is the beef brisket, and that one is the beef belly. All looks so delicious. I'm gonna put all the rib meat on there.
This is gonna take a little while to cook, so I think you should definitely cook that first. As well as some brisket, and this one is going to cook pretty fast, so you gotta watch over it. So it seems like at this restaurant, they don't cook the meat for you at the table, you do it by yourself. But then again, that's the way it is in a lot of all-you-can-eat Korean barbecue restaurants. It's more when you go to those expensive a la carte, you know, like kind of like fine dining Korean barbecue restaurants, that they really take care of it all for you. And it's okay. It's kind of fun in many ways, right? Exercise your hands a little bit. Oh yeah, and you can get this as well. You got your steamed egg as well as your tofu, sundubu. And it looks like the beef brisket is done. Yep, I knew it was gonna cook pretty fast. All right, that's pretty good. I mean, how could you mess up beef brisket? It's definitely off to a good start. Oh yeah. It's thicker, so it takes a little while to chew. They always say that the finger meat is the one that most tastes like the short ribs. So if you don't find the short ribs on the menu, but they do have the finger meat, you should get it because I think it's a fairly good substitute. Next up, beef belly. Yes, all right. This is also one of my favorites. Oh yeah. And in the meantime, I decided to get another one, thinly sliced pork belly. So like I said, there are more items on the menu that's not up in the buffet line that is in the kitchen. So yes, take advantage of that. Oh yeah. Maybe while I wait for the meat to cook, I can try some of these side dishes I got up there at the buffet station. Japchae. Wow, those noodles, really good texture. Wow, cooked perfectly. And I did tell you that they have the rice cakes here as well, right? Very traditional tasting. If you never had it before, I think you should definitely try it. Look at that. Oh yeah, I got a big, big scoop right over there. By the way, that's not how you typically eat Korean barbecue. So I'm just kind of changing it up a little bit. If you guys have not had beef belly before, tastes almost like bacon, but just more beef flavored. It's very crispy, especially when you cook it all the way through. That's the way you gotta do it. I don't wanna forget about this too. Sundubu is actually one of my favorite Korean dishes. Wow, okay, that's pretty good. I think this is one of the much better sundubus I've had in a Korean all-you-can-eat restaurant. I mean, I don't see it that often. Usually it's more like the soybean paste soup, you know, the doenjang jjigae or kimchi jjigae, but this is pretty awesome. Not too spicy either. Yeah, it's definitely very manageable. I got my beef belly, but then I also have my thinly sliced pork belly. A lot of salt and sesame oil. Gotta be careful, it's kind of hot. Yeah, definitely get the thinly sliced pork belly. But then you should also try the thicker slice as well because it tastes like bacon, but it has so much more meat. It's so enjoyable. And this is the beef bulgogi. Everybody loves beef bulgogi, right? And you also have some pork kalbi. Wow, these are real pork ribs. That's crazy. I don't think I've seen this in a Korean buffet before. All right, pretty elevated. And we also got some bacon here, like samgyeopsal, I guess. All this bacon. Ooh, look at that, check that out. That's crazy, this is butter. Look how much butter that you can take to your table. Wow. And we also got some chicken bulgogi if you are a chicken fan. Not the biggest fan of this one, but some people love chicken. And then you also have some Cajun chicken. So this is Cajun marinated chicken. All right, spice it up a little bit. And we also have some spicy pork bulgogi. Yeah, if you love it spicy, they got you here. And also pineapple samgyeopsal. So this is pineapple flavored pork belly if you love it kind of sweet. And then we also have some Cajun samgyeopsal, Cajun flavored pork belly. Yep, I can tell, look at the color. And then we also have some Cajun pork kalbi, which is Cajun pork ribs. I think this is the longest piece of pork belly I've seen in a Korean barbecue restaurant. Look, it's at least a foot long. Well, you definitely get more for your money, right? Since this is pork, it's gonna take a little while for it to cook, so that's one of the downsides of it, but if you can wait, it's definitely worth it. It tastes great. And by the way, this thing is very low because it absorbs all the smoke, so it's a good idea to position it like that. So with any long pieces of meat, they give you the scissors for a reason, so you can cut it up. It's not really a good idea to eat this long strip just by itself. Ooh, these scissors are so sharp. It's cutting through like butter. I think it's just about done. I kind of lost track of which pork is which, but I'll find out in just a bit. Let me see how good my taste buds are. I think that one might be the Cajun one. Oh, that pork belly, you really have to cook it all the way through. So there's no medium rare with this one. Wow. A little bit sweet, a little citrusy. These marinades work really good on the meat, even the non-traditional ones. I know everybody likes to come to eat the beef, but if you get the pork belly, especially the marinated one, you are gonna have a blast here. It is pretty rockin'. And two more from the kitchen. You got your LA kalbi, which is marinated beef short rib. Always have to have this in a Korean restaurant. I wonder what kind of marinade that is. It's kind of like a beige color. Filet mignon, always a top meat to get, so yes, I'm gonna try this one as well. Oh, it's a good thing that these scissors are so sharp. It just cuts right through. Look at that. So the filet mignon, I tried to get it about medium rare to medium. That's usually the way you want to eat your steaks, even in Korean barbecue restaurants. Wow. Filet mignon, tastes just like it. It's supposed to be tender, right? But as much as I like filet mignon in Korean barbecue, I gotta have the short ribs. These short ribs are kind of thinner sliced than the ones you find in the a la carte Korean restaurants, but some short ribs is better than none, right? And this is actually very good too. So you dip it in a lot of that sauce, that's where you get the flavor. I'm telling you, the brisket sauce makes anything taste good here. I think this is the best Korean barbecue buffet I've been to so far in Southern California. I mean, everything about this place is so great. It looks so nice, it's clean, it's big. You got a really nice buffet station and all that other stuff on the menu. So yes, when you are in Torrance, you gotta come here because it really does match a lot of the all-you-can-eat Korean barbecues that you'll find in Koreatown. You're gonna be very surprised. It is the real deal. Very nice.
And if you want a unique Asian buffet experience, consider Bistro Filipino in West Covina. This is one of few Filipino buffets in LA County, and this restaurant has a tasty and affordable breakfast buffet you can get for only $16.99. And the good thing is that this buffet goes all day at this restaurant. So if you are a morning type of person, get up and head over to Bistro Filipino to get a taste of the Philippines.
Alright guys, this is Hera, the owner of Bistro Filipino. She's gonna go through the entire line to show us what's here for breakfast.
Hi Steve, so this is our arroz caldo. Arroz caldo is actually sweet rice with chicken and cooked in ginger. So this is a Filipino comfort food for breakfast. Yeah, as you can see, we have chicken over here. So it's just like a rice porridge with chicken and lots of ginger. Ginger is good for you. Yeah. And then this one is champorado. It's a Filipino version of champorado. Yeah, I know there's a Hispanic version of champorado, but our champorado is actually sweet rice in cocoa. It's really good. And of course, this is fried rice. As you know, this is fried garlic rice. Yeah.
Okay, I've had this garlic many times.
Yeah.
So good.
And this is our pancit. It's called pancit guisado. It's actually glass noodle with vegetables, carrots, cabbage, celeries, and also this one is with chicken. This one is soup. It's called tinola. We actually eat this when it's rainy in the Philippines. So this is chicken cooked in ginger soup. This is longanisa. It's our Filipino sausage. Yeah, it's like chorizo. So what is this? This is not ground pork. This is actually made out of minced pork. Yeah, and then seasoned with pepper and yeah, vinegar and soy sauce inside. It's really nice. It's really good. This is beef tapa. This is our version of beef tapa. This is actually beef sirloin, thinly sliced and marinated in soy sauce and vinegar and a little bit sweet. It's just like beef jerky. Yeah. So we make our own beef tapa. And this is tocino. This is pork. This is a little bit sweet, yeah, but not too sweet. Yeah, so this is thinly sliced pork as well. There's vinegar in it, and then there's a little bit of sugar in it. Fried eggplant. Yeah.
Wow, looks so good.
I know, yeah. Sun-dried herring fish. Yeah, and salted herring fish. Yeah, but it's a little bit salty actually. Yeah. And then we have this fried eggs. This is called buro. It's actually a regional dish in the Philippines. And this is steamed vegetables, local vegetables in the Philippines. And then you eat it with this fermented fish and rice. Fried milk fish. Yeah, boneless milk fish.
Oh, boneless.
Yeah, that's boneless. Yeah.
Okay.
And these are our appetizers. We have this chicken skin, fried chicken skin. It's very crispy and crunchy. Yeah, it's very delicious too. Very tasty. And this one is fried dilis. We call it fried dilis. This is actually what it is actually anchovy fish, and then with breadcrumbs, and it's very crunchy as well. We eat this with vinegar. We soak it with vinegar and we eat it. Yeah. So these are our condiments. We have the vinegar here for all of your appetizers over there. This is a vinegar. And this is soy sauce with a little bit of vinegar. Yeah, seasoned. And then we have the patis. Patis is fish sauce. And then we have lemon, and then we have the shrimp paste over there. Yeah. And then we also have like free coffee. So we have like cream and sugar over here.
So Hera, I heard that you also have another restaurant kind of close by. Is that right?
Yes, right. Yeah. Actually, we have the Euphoria Noipitz West Covina. It's just 3 miles away from here. It's by the Edwards Theater. So when you exit at 10 Freeway, exit at Vincent, and you would see the Noipitz Bar and Grill.
The line starts right here. This is where they lay out all the plates and the utensils. Looks so pretty. So you can just grab it and then head on over to buffet.
Steve, let's try the champorado. Okay.
Ooh.
So this is how you eat the champorado.
Oh, I never had it like this before.
You eat it with tuyo. You know why we like this? Because champorado is sweet, and then the tuyo, actually the dried herring fish, is salty. So sweet and salty.
Oh, that's so awesome.
And then we put the evaporated milk on top.
Okay, I like that.
There you go.
Yeah, it's complete.
So champorado with tuyo.
So FYI, Bistro Filipino is not just a buffet restaurant. They do have a pretty nice a la carte menu. They do catering as well. They got a lot of parties in here. So it's like multi-purpose. And also the buffet, not just breakfast. You could come here for a lunch buffet and dinner buffet, of course, for a different price. But I think you should definitely check out this breakfast buffet if you're into Filipino food, you're into breakfast, and you want something that's like cheap eats. I don't go to breakfast buffets that often because I don't eat so much for breakfast, so this is actually quite fun for me. How could you go wrong with garlic rice? This thing is so good. It's rice that has a strong garlic flavor, and this is one of the popular foods that you'll find in Filipino restaurants. But then, pancit is also one of the very basic Filipino foods that you should know. It's like a very classic tasting pancit. Really good flavor, very thin noodles as you can see. I think there's chicken in here too. Yeah. So if you guys want all-you-can-eat pancit for breakfast, this is a spot you gotta come check out. And in every Filipino buffet I've been to, they've always made the eggs like this. See how yolky it is? You gotta have your eggs, right? With your breakfast. But then if you want your sausages, this is kind of like an equivalent, the longanisa. They kind of call this their chorizo, but it tastes nothing like a chorizo. It's not spicy, it's not salty. Rather, it's sweet. Wow, I think I actually do like that longanisa better with the vinegar because now it's like sweet and sour at the same time. That is pretty cool. I don't think I've ever had it like that in a restaurant. So that's why if you're not sure, you can always ask Hera or the staff how exactly they eat the foods.
and they will point you in the right direction so that you can get the maximum flavor of everything. And one of my favorites, beef tapa. Here we go. This is actually one of the most unique tasting beef tapas because usually the beef tapas that I had were softer, a little bit more like eating sweet brisket, I would say. So this one definitely has more of a bite to it. You know, almost like a beef jerky. Okay. Kind of like their unique way of making it. That's awesome. Or maybe that might actually be the real Filipino way of making it. If you're more of a pork person, look at this tocino. Ooh, very nice. So it's like sweet, but then it adds like that vinegary flavor, which kind of takes it in a new direction. So there's still like more flavors going on. But this, I think, really is like a nice touch. Don't forget it. So with the eggplant, you know what you can do is take the soy sauce, which kind of has like a vinegary flavor from what I heard. I mean, even without that vinegary soy sauce, it would taste great because I love the taste of fried eggplant. But when you dip it in there, it really takes the flavor to the next level. Like soy saucy, but then that really vibrant taste of the vinegar. Yeah, you should try it. I could seriously go all out with that eggplant. The champorado. So yes, it's not just a Mexican food. They have it at Filipino restaurants too. Tastes almost like a chocolate soup. I love it. Now I feel like I'm eating dessert. Like I've already jumped into dessert mode. Oh, it's really good, especially if you put that condensed milk over it. Now here's something I did not expect, but it's also a pro tip. So you could get this fish and you can dip it. No, I'm just kidding. No. What you're supposed to do is just kind of eat it by itself because the fish is supposed to be salty and the sweetness of the champorado just balances the saltiness, I guess. Oh, that's right. It is pretty salty. You would need something like rice or perhaps your champorado just so that it can kind of tone down that saltiness. Well, let's try it. Yeah, I guess it works. I never would have thought of that combination, but once you drink this one, it's like all the saltiness just goes away. Ooh, looks so good.
So let's try the appetizer.
Yes, let's try that chicken skin.
Yeah.
Since this is a buffet, round number 2, right? And don't forget your coffee. All you can drink coffee, which comes with your cream and sugar. Yeah, I needed my morning coffee. Okay. Ooh, what about these little anchovies? I feel that this vinegar makes anything taste better. I mean, it's not to say that it tasted bad before that, but it just makes the food taste more exciting, I'd say. And I suppose you can also dip the chicken skin in there too. Wouldn't hurt, right? Wow, this is very crunchy too. But I like it because I like anything that's crunchy, anything fried like this. You know, chicken skin, chicharrones, all good with me. And I don't want to forget about my soup. I don't want this to turn cold, right? Whoa, that's actually better than I thought. I thought the soup was going to be vinegary or like very salty, but this tastes like a very nice home-style chicken soup. So I would say it's more gingery. There is a lot of ginger in here, so it's not sour, and it's so good on a day like this where it's, you know, very cloudy. And did I mention how nice the music here is at this restaurant? It's very soothing, like it's classy, it's laid back. You really feel at ease when you're eating here. Now this rice is something that I've never had before in a Filipino restaurant. Let me sample a little bit of it. It's fermented. You know what it really tastes like? It's kimchi. You're supposed to eat it along with the veggies that are inside. because the vegetables itself has more of like a very plain flavor. But then when you put the fermented rice on top of it and eat it together, it definitely gives it more of that sour taste. So my understanding is that the fermented rice and the veggies is actually a delicacy in this one city in the Philippines, Pampanga. So that's why you gotta appreciate it, because when you come here, you're gonna find a lot of very awesome Filipino foods that you're not gonna find in too many Filipino buffets. Oh, so here I see that there's another dessert that came out?
Yeah, so this is ginataang mais. It's actually sweet rice with corn and jackfruit and in coconut milk. This is kamote Q. It's actually a sweet potato in caramelized sugar. Banana.
All right, should we get a banana too?
Yeah.
Why not? It's a buffet, let's get it. I don't think you should expect to find too many desserts for breakfast buffets, but they do have some options here, such as the ginataang mais. Knockout. That tastes exactly the way it sounds. Coconut milk, it's creamy. There's rice in there, very soft. Jackfruit as well, so it is kind of fruity. Oh, such good flavor. I feel that even if this were an ice cream flavor, it would be pretty bomb. But then I cannot forget about my caramelized sweet potato, right? I love that brown sugar taste. So when you come here to this breakfast buffet, definitely get the beef tapa, get the chicken tinola. Soup was really awesome. I mean, even the eggplant, you can't go wrong with unless you really hate eggplant, but I really love it. But do you know what was really the surprise to me was the champorado. This thing is one of the best champurados I've had in a Filipino restaurant. I heard customers come here sometimes even just to get this. You could do it a la carte. But yes, so it's here at Bistro Filipino, which has this breakfast buffet, but then they also have a lunch buffet and a dinner buffet. But I think the breakfast buffet is pretty cool. So yeah, come check it out. Make the drive here and check out one of the best tasting, affordable Filipino buffets that you can find in LA County. And if you love shabu shabu, here is a buffet of another kind at Bon Shabu in Koreatown. This is one of the best all-you-can-eat hot pot restaurants in LA. For $42, you can get premium shabu meats, plus a whole selection of seafood and veggies from the buffet station. But if you pay $58, you can go all out with the American Wagyu beef experience, which I think is the way to go, especially if you go to shabu shabu and hot pot restaurants. The bar is in the center of the restaurant, and I think it is the same on both sides, so it doesn't matter exactly where you start. And it's a good thing that they do label everything so you know exactly what you're getting. Oh man. So you got your sesame balls, and you got some egg rolls, which is very Asian. And this is the, it says gyoza, which I think is like fried gyoza from what it looks like. Very nice. And this is japchae, popular Korean noodles, sweet and sour pork, and then bulgogi. Everybody loves bulgogi. And now we are on to our sauces. All right, we got ponzu sauce, and that's a garlic paste. And that's blended daikon. Oh, I'm gonna definitely get all this. Ponzu sauce and peanut sauce, which is always a favorite of mine. Ponzu mustard, that's very unique. Now we're starting with our vegetables. This is the Napa, very classic veggie choice for hot pot. And bok choy, which is also pretty popular. Let's see, spinach, very good for you. Bean sprouts, and this is called the crown daisy, which I think is chrysanthemum. I might be wrong, but maybe correct me. And these are some chives. And then also seafood mushroom, white, I guess regular mushrooms, king oyster mushrooms. And you got some corn, and some cilantro, and red onion, and jalapeno, and tofu. And you cannot forget your kimchi. And now we're moving on to our seafoods. This is the seasoned Cajun crawfish. I think this is the first time I've seen this in a hot pot restaurant. And black mussels underneath all that ice. Yeah, it's there. Ooh, fancy stuff. They got crab here. Yeah, I'm definitely getting that. And baby octopus from India. Ooh, that's pretty exotic. And got some shrimp and some white clams and pineapple. Okay, not a seafood, but still healthy stuff. Squid and imitation crab, kind of like the ones they put in the California roll. And we got more seafood here. Got some fish balls and crab balls. It's like a pink color. That's pretty cool. Lobster ball, and they got some shrimp ball and tofu ball. Ooh, look at that ramen. Yeah, they got ramen, they got udon noodles and rice noodles. Yeah, 3 kinds of noodles going on here. And then we got rice paper. Oh, kind of like the ones they use in the Vietnamese spring rolls. Original, I heard, is the way to go, so I am going to do that for my meal. But you can also get like organic beef broth all the way to sukiyaki and tomato base, and there is a vegetarian option at this restaurant, so just letting you know. The only thing they don't have up there at the buffet line is the beef, which you have to order from the kitchen. It looks pretty solid. Look, you got prime beef belly, brisket, chuck roll. The meat cooks really quickly. I'm going to start with the non-spicy side. I don't want it to be so intense when I start off. This one I would recommend maybe the peanut sauce, and the sauce, you can do it however way you want, but I like the peanut and just a little bit of that garlic paste mixture. Oh, it's kind of a little bit peanutty and sweet. That's pretty awesome. All right, now I'm about to find out how spicy is spicy. Yikes. All right, not that bad. Spiciness I can tolerate, because I've had hot pot where I was like, wow, you know, like the Chinese hot pot? Yeah, I just can't do it. No. So this is good enough for me. Switching gears, tofu. Yeah, this is like one of my favorite things to get in a shabu shabu restaurant. Tofu, I always like to put it in the peanut sauce. That thing is, wow. It's kind of like a soft / medium tofu. It's perfect, really perfect. Yeah, that definitely should go into the peanut sauce. It's so comforting when you eat it. I feel like I'm eating at home right now. This is kind of like the crab that they use for the appetizers. You see in a lot of, you know, the raw marinated crab. You see in a lot of Korean restaurants. Ooh, thumbs up. That is rocking. There's a lot of meat up there. Man, I think I can just sit here and just eat tons of this crab. There's like so much meat in there. No kidding. I think this is really what you got to get when you come here. Next one is the prime chuck roll. This one, I'm going to put it in the spicy this time. Ooh, that one's tender. Yeah, that one I like. It's been a very long time since I've been to a Korean style shabu shabu restaurant, because usually when I've gone in the past, most of the time I would either go to like a really bona fide Japanese shabu shabu, or I would go to a bona fide Chinese hot pot restaurant. So yeah, I mean, this is very nice. You get beautiful ambiance. You get a big buffet selection bar right there, and you actually have some pretty delicious solid vegetables and meats here. I usually do get beef when I'm at a shabu shabu restaurant. Hardly ever seafood, but since this is a buffet, gotta take advantage of it. So in goes all the shrimp, all the crawfish, all the fish balls. Oh yeah, another party. Here we go. I like to eat shrimp with my shabu shabu or hot pot, but I don't get it that often because you have to do the work of peeling it. So that's why I kind of try to like to save it for the last, but I really want to eat it right now. Wow, that's pretty good. Actually, that is very good. I've had some pretty lousy shrimps at some shabu shabu restaurants before, but this one definitely has my thumbs up. So my little octopus is finally cooked. I like it because it's bite-sized. Crunchy. I feel it adds a really good balance to the entire meal. So you definitely want to get texture. You know, a little bit of every kind of texture in your mouth. It's good though. Going up again, because obviously buffet, you have to go up at least 2 times to get your money's worth here. Gonna get more crab. This is the top of the line stuff at the seafood section. Got to get lots of it. Oh, this looks interesting. I never had ramen with my hot pot. Let's do it. So we got the prime New York steak. Anything New York is good with me. And then we also got some prime beef belly. I like this in Korean barbecue. And then the prime brisket, another good Korean barbecue beef. And I think this is the first time I've tried a New York slice actually in any sort of hot pot restaurant. Wow, that's really tender. I mean, so far all of these meats have been very tender. And I think the key is when they cut it very thin, that's the way it comes out. So obviously you want to cut your meat fairly thin so that it can be very easy to chew on, like melt in your mouth almost. I'm very curious to try the beef belly because I've had it, of course, a lot of times in Korean barbecue restaurants, but I want to see what does it taste like when it's boiled. Wow, that is very delicious. Okay, me, I think I still like it when it's barbecued because that's like really the best way to make beef belly. But even the boiled version, it almost tastes like Wagyu in some ways. I think this is also the first time I'm having prime brisket in a hot pot restaurant as well. Oh, that tastes just like a brisket. I mean, it tastes exactly like what you eat at a Korean barbecue restaurant, like one of those all-you-can-eat places. It's delicious. It actually works pretty good as a hot pot. I didn't even think so. I don't know, but I'm just like, it works pretty good, so you should get it on the menu. Never had ramen in a hot pot restaurant of any kind, so I usually get the udon if I get noodles because it's kind of a filler, but I'm very curious to see what this will taste like. So maybe spicy side, got some spicy ramen. Almost like eating shin ramen in some ways, right? Actually, you know what? That's what the broth kind of tastes like in some ways. Wow. Wow. I actually like that a lot. Oh, next time I come, I'm going to get a lot more of that. I know it's filler, but so just letting you know, if you're thinking of getting the ramen, it's not bad. It's actually quite enjoyable. One of the most interesting things that you'll see up there is the rice wrap. So I guess what you do is you put the veggies as well as the meat inside, and then you make it into a little, like a little spring roll basically. Yeah, that works. You feel like you're just eating a spring roll right now, but without the shrimp inside. Oh, you know what? They do have shrimp here. I bet you can actually make it like the real authentic version.
And here is another one of the most interesting buffets you'll find. Inca Gourmet is the only restaurant that offers a Peruvian buffet in Los Angeles County. Located in Lawndale, this buffet runs every day for $17.99 on the weekdays and $19.99 on the weekends. With over 30 foods to choose from, this is a Peruvian foodie's dream meal. So if you guys like Peruvian food, then this might very well be your favorite buffet in Southern California.
Here we have causa de pollo. This is a Peruvian appetizers. Made from potato mashed, and we stuff with chicken and carrots. Oh. Very popular appetizer in Peruvian food.
Okay.
The next is ceviche de pescado. There's another popular dish from Peru, and every Peruvian likes that. This is papa a la huancaína. It's boiled potato with cream cheese sauce. Mm-hmm. The next is to make Caesar salad, cucumber, relish, beet, and the noodle salad.
Steamed rice?
Steamed white rice. The next one called estofado de pollo. There's chicken drumstick with ají panca, ají amarillo, and potato. Oven baked chicken. The next is some we call puré de papas, the mashed potato. Locro, this is very popular plate in Peru, made from cabocha squash. Seco de pollo with potato and cilantro salsa. We call albóndiga de carne, and also they call meatball.
Yes.
Yeah, this is lentil. Another popular plate called lomo saltado.
Yes.
Very simple with beef, red onion, tomato, and French fries. And this is a chow mein, another popular plate from Peru. Usually this plate has been started for Chinese Peruvian people, but has popularized in Peruvian plate.
Okay.
Yeah. And this is a meat potato and a creamy ají panca salsa. This is arroz con pollo, a very delicious plate, and chicken and rice and cilantro basil salsa.
Okay.
We call tallarín verde, made with basil, spinach, and peanut. It's called chupe de camarones. Yeah, usually it's the appetizer plate.
Ah, okay. And then,
There's another chicken noodle soup.
okay, very simple.
Very simple, yes. Here is ají de gallina, this is chicken breast sliced, and a yellow pepper salsa. Honeycomb tripe with potato, peas, and carrots, and a turmeric salsa.
Okay.
And this is a beef in a cilantro spinach sauce with carrot, peas, and potato.
Oh.
This is arroz con marisco. Peruvian people, for some reason, like marisco. Here we have we can put any kind of seafood. And this is a pollo saltado, a chicken breast cooked in red onion, tomato, and French fries. Bean, not a regular bean. This is a Peruvian bean called frijol canario. This we call carapulca. This plate is a very ancient plate from Peru. This is Sandrés potato, cooked slowly with pork bellies and peanut butter salsa. Another is arroz chaufa, another Peruvian Chinese dish, cooked with scrambled egg. In this case, it's meat.
This is a fish.
It's a fish, but we call sudado de pescado this one, and cook in ají panca and ají amarillo salsa, the fish, onion, and tomato.
So I guess I will try the first one that I got up there at the buffet line, this potato kind of type of cake, I would say. You know what it tastes like? It tastes just like a potato salad. Exactly like a potato salad, but it's delicious. Ceviche time. Ceviche is one of the best things I like to get at a Peruvian restaurant. So if you come here, this is probably the only place you're gonna have all-you-can-eat ceviche in LA. Isn't that pretty cool? And as you notice, Peruvian food has a lot of influences from different countries, Italian, Japanese, and of course Chinese, since a lot of it is wok stirred. And this is definitely one example of it. Tastes just like an Asian dish. What more can I say? If you guys like chow mein noodles, they got it here. Oh yeah. Moving on down the line. What about some of this cow? This is pretty hardcore stuff. This is beef tripe right there. Chalfa fried rice. Oh yeah, fiery red fish. There's too many things up there. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get to all of them, at least not for today. But I'm sampling some of the ones that kind of catch my eye when I walk through that buffet line, such as the cacao. This is pretty hardcore Peruvian food. Okay, so the potatoes taste just like potatoes. That beef tripe is really what makes this dish unique. And this beef tripe is very tender. It's very soft. Doesn't have like a steak texture. It's more a little bit like that chewy gelatin kind of texture, which is an acquired taste. But I've had beef tripe many times before, so no big deal to me. I feel that fried rice always goes good with any meal. It's so delicious. Yes, fried rice or any rice is kind of a filler food, but man, if you make it right, it's like you can just eat the whole thing and you can enjoy it so much. Okay, fish time. Oh, that fish is so tender. It just melts in your mouth. And then they also have this other one, which is fried fish. So yes, they have a version of fried fish here, which I've never had before, but I'm always a fan of fried food. It's so tender. So I've come to the conclusion that they use really good fish here. All the white fish, everything is extremely tender. Soups are things that I don't usually get that much in a buffet, but since it's my first time at a Peruvian buffet, I am very curious to see what the Peruvian soups are like here at this line. And it looks like they only have, I think, 2 choices up there. But I got the choice that I think I would enjoy more, the seafood one. It's a very light tasting soup. It's fish flavored and just a tad bit of that spice flavor. There's peas, there's carrots, there's a lot of rice in here too, almost like a porridge. Yeah, so the flavor is not as intense as some of the other soups that I've had in other restaurants. I'm kind of more into that type of soup, but if you are into very light flavored seafood soup, they got it here. I think you'll be pleased. I know this seems pretty crazy, guys, but I decided to also get some stuff from the menu, non-buffet items, because these other things are very popular, especially for breakfast. So I really wanted to check this out because I don't even know when's the next time I'm gonna be here. Oh, looks so good.
This item called tamales. This is for Peruvian breakfast. Most of our customers coming about 8 o'clock, 8:30 like that, and they have a breakfast also over here. And there's a bread, fried jam, and pork and onion salad.
Okay. Oh.
And this is another Peruvian plate for in the morning. Caldo de gallina we call, with papa amarilla, boiled potato, and noodles, and putting some scallion and limes.
I think this is the first time I've tried a tamale in a Peruvian restaurant. I've had it in Mexican restaurants, of course, even in Belizean restaurants, but first time Peruvian. Wow, that tamale is amazing. It's bursting with so much flavor. So I do see that there's meat in the tamale, so there's chicken in here. This is a chicken tamale, and it certainly does taste like a tamale. And they provided some bread because they said you can take the piece of bread and actually, I guess, eat it with the tamale, from what I heard. This is delicious. Wow, you definitely need to get this. I know that you would come for the buffet, but if you have a little bit more room for the tamale, I would recommend it. All right, so here we go with the sandwiches. So yes, inside, chicharron, as well as yams and red onions. I don't know if it's braised or if it's boiled, but it definitely has that very signature chicharron taste. And when you add those red onions in, it makes it so crispy, refreshing, like the perfect breakfast sandwich. And I really enjoy it. And the reason why this chicken soup is so unique is that they use very fresh organic chicken. Oh yeah, that chicken soup is so good. It's a very light but flavorful chicken soup. It's so good, especially if you maybe have a cold, hangover soup, whatever you want to call it. What I'm so impressed with is how big this chicken piece is. You see that? That's the white meat right there. The breast and the wing. I'm not even sure how I'm supposed to eat this, to tell you the truth. Maybe what? Just use your fingers and tear it off, I'm assuming. That's like a very tender piece of meat. I mean, it tastes like just a really good, solid chicken breast in chicken soup. Oh, I think I'm choking on some of the soup. Yeah, there's potatoes in here as well, so seriously, I could just order this soup and this could be my entire meal. It really could. It is so huge.
This is a very popular dessert we call mazamorra morada. We made from purple corn with apple, raisin, and chuño. The other one is arroz con leche. There's rice and milk. Wonton, another Peruvian Chinese food, and wonton sauce for the dipping.
Okay, it looks good.
Yeah. And
fruits.
Watermelon, and orange,
and
cantaloupe. We have more for dessert. This is what we call cocadas, and orejitas, and Peruvian cookies, we call piononos, and bread pudding.
Okay, this one's the bread pudding?
Yes, sir.
Arroz con leche, rice or milk rice. Oh, I taste the milkiness of it. I like this because when you mix the purple corn together, it's sweet. Tastes kind of fruity in some ways. Wow, really good way to end off the meal.
No list is complete without the ultimate seafood buffet menu at Cafe Sierra in Universal City. At $149, this is the most expensive buffet in LA County, but they go all out with the menu. Now here is a buffet you should mark down for a special occasion. It's my favorite one in LA, and be sure to come with a big appetite so you can get your money's worth.
So I'm gonna start with the cold seafood section. That is the raw oysters, and look how big they are. They're so big, some of the biggest I've seen in a buffet. And those are, I think it's Peruvian scallops. It looks like it, I recognize it. Okay. And that right there is shrimp cocktail. Does come with some of the Tabasco sauce, as well as some cocktail sauce. And look at this, a whole pile of snow crabs, all in that metal basket. Yeah, they really pile it high. Exciting. And to the right, lobster claws. Oh, a lot of lobster claws as well. And you got your lime and lemon right over there. And look, they got another kind of crab. They got the Dungeness crab. Wow, that's so much Dungeness crab. All you can eat. Melted butter too, so don't forget your butter when you get your crabs. And then when you move along to the right, you get to the hot food section, like the lobster thermidor, which I had last time. So this is the lobster they were most known for before, but now they have other lobsters, and I'll show you that in a bit. And then that is the bone marrow. All right, we got some of that brisket or braised beef on top of the bone marrow. Very creative. And Cajun shrimp boil. Yeah, some potatoes, shrimp. Yeah, a lot of assorted stuff in there. And this one is the Frito Misto. So it's like breaded, fried, soft shell crab, catfish, squid. And to the right, crispy pork belly. Oh, every time I hear that, I get so excited. Look how crispy that thing is. Amazing. And jumbo scallop linguine. So if you are into linguine and scallops, they got it here. And they got some New Zealand lamb chops. Nice. If you guys like lamb, they have big fat pieces here. And then we got some double whipped mashed potato. Oh, this looks so good. Yeah, this would go good with something like this, which is their filet mignon. I don't think I saw this here last time. And guys, this is the very big attraction tonight. So this is the other lobster I was talking about, the one that's in the shell. Oh yeah, so this is really what you want to be focusing on when you're here. Some whole lobsters, and look at that king crab leg that's in the bottom. And did I tell you guys that this buffet includes all you can drink alcohol, like champagne, beer, wine? Isn't that incredible?
And mimosas.
Mimosas too. Wow, even mimosas, look at that. Yeah, you think I should get one, guys? Woo!
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes. They do have live music here too. So you're gonna get food, you're gonna get some entertainment in a very gorgeous environment. Perhaps if you are at Universal Studios theme park, you could come on over here for dinner time and have a luxury dinner, right? Wow, I'm off to a good start already. That horseradish is pretty strong. It's almost like having so much wasabi in your mouth. Oh, by the way, they do give you this so that you can put your shells and all your, garbage, I guess, in there. But then I'm also excited to try some of this scallops. Okay. That was pretty good too. I mean, scallops always a winner for me, so I get it all the time. Yes, they do give you these crab crackers at your table so that you don't have to use your teeth to break them. That's a good thing, right? Oh, look at that. That's the juicy meat inside. And remember, get your butter with these crabs too, because I think it's going to add a lot of flavor. Indeed, that is pretty good. Okay, this is the snow crab. I've had this like dozens of times at these buffets. Oh, wow. That snow crab is really good. I think this is actually better than the Dungeness crab, at least for this restaurant. It's so sweet and has a lot of meat inside. This is what buffets are all about, these crabs. I mean, after all, you're paying $150-ish, so might as well. You just got to get as much as you can, right? Fill this thing up as much as you can. Mm-hmm. That's the whole piece of that king crab leg. Nice. Yeah, that is pretty amazing too. So far, what I've noticed about these crabs, it has so much juice in it. A lot of juice. See, I'm not going to even pass up on my shrimp cocktail as well. Look how big these shrimp pieces are. Yeah, I could totally eat like 20 of those too. It's so crunchy, so fresh. Love it, love it. I did tell you that drinks come with the menu, right? Such as my mimosa. Haven't had a mimosa in a long time. Wow. Yeah, this is the real deal. They're pretty much giving you everything as part of the menu. Lobsters, crabs, drinks, you name it. You see how much fun you could have here? This looks like it could have came out of a very nice seafood restaurant, like a la carte seafood restaurant. This is a beast. Yes, it's a good thing they do cut this for you right up there so it's easy to eat. You don't have to spend all that time breaking it apart. Okay, I can already tell, best lobsters I've ever had in any buffet. It's so fresh and so crunchy. That is pretty amazing. And it's all you can eat too, guys. Isn't that so crazy? I mean, look at this. Wow, look at that, how big that thing is. I'm so excited. Can you tell I'm very excited? But yeah, you gotta put some of that butter in as well. Best lobsters I've had in any buffet so far in my life. I know it seems pretty dreadful having to pay $150 for this experience, but once you taste it, you're like, okay, it might probably be worth it after all. So when you come to this buffet and you pay $150, I really suggest max out items like this to get your money's worth. So if you want your greens, they do have it here. Caesar salad, as well as that other, it's kind of like a spring mix salad with strawberries and feta cheese, I think. Okay, looks good. And that one, Mexican, aguachile. Okay, so this is shrimp. It's supposed to be kind of spicy, has some cucumbers. It's a cold dish, very refreshing. And that right there is a wedge salad. Angry mac and cheese. That is a really cheesy looking mac and cheese. And that one is the grilled broccolini, along with some salmon with miso glaze. Looks like they got some pizza here too. So this one's kind of running low. I think it's the pepperoni pizza. And this one is cheese pizza. So this is the Parker rolls. Yeah, they got some rolls too, along with some butter. Looks pretty fancy. Korean style short ribs. Yeah, look, they even have Korean influences at this buffet. Nice. As well as lobster claw with black bean sauce. Wow, those whole lobsters aren't the only things they have here. They even have this Chinese style one, as well as with ginger crab legs. Check this out, they even got dim sum here too. So you got some custard buns, very nice, good for desserts. And then we even have this one, which is the barbecue pork buns, chashubao. Kind of a filler food, but they do have fried rice, like the leek scallion garlic fried rice, as well as Sichuan beef and broccoli. Ooh, they have quite a bit of Chinese dishes here. Well, if you want, they have oranges here as well, but I don't think anybody's really going to get that, right? See, even more Chinese food. They have honey walnut shrimp. I do see some of those pineapples there. You guys see it? Looks pretty good, right? As well as some spring rolls, which is Chinese egg rolls, and some fried dumplings. Pork shumai, we got that. See, more dim sum, as well as, what's this? Ooh, xiaolong ball, juicy pork dumplings. And look, they even have a build your own sushi station. So you can get like the tuna rolls, yellowtail, and some octopus, salmon, and look, California roll, spicy tuna roll. This is definitely the sushi section. We got the soy sauce right there, as well as some ginger, let's see, wasabi, and I guess those are the cups for your sauce and wasabi. plenty of chopsticks, as well as seaweed salad. And this is the assorted sushi section. These aren't labeled, so I can only take a guess what each one is. This is some sort of a tuna sushi. And this one is salmon. Let's see, there's cream cheese inside. Okay, I'm not really a big fan of cream cheese, so I might skip on that one. And these are the inari, which is outside, I think that's like tofu skin, and inside is filled with rice and spicy tuna for this one. California rolls, okay, with salmon rolls too. Another sort of a salmon roll with cream cheese inside. Look at that, it's like a pink colored soy paper. I've never seen that before, not even in a sushi restaurant. And I think that's like spicy tuna in the center. Can't get enough of those lobsters. Yes, let's do it. Oh, that bone marrow looks so fancy. Whenever I hear crispy pork belly, it's like, yeah, you gotta come with a very big appetite. But so far, it's been a really wonderful night. Compared to that other lobster I had earlier, you know, the big one in the shell, this one is actually kind of a little bit underwhelming. Although the flavor itself is pretty good, but I think quality-wise, that one is much better. That's really what you're paying $150 for. But hey, people still love the classics when they come here. Since this is kind of like old school Cafe Sierra, I think this one's gonna be pretty good. Hopefully I'm right. So it's like a sweet, spicy, kind of a thick, gooey sauce. I didn't actually expect that. But I just like it for the fact that it's soft and it's crispy. Anything pork belly, it's like, yeah. And I cannot leave here without trying my bone marrow too, right? Wow, that is bursting with so much flavor. I think this is the first time I've had bone marrow that had like these short ribs or some sort of braised beef that's over the top. So you do taste like the, you know, like the stringiness of that beef, but then at the same time you taste the fattiness of that bone marrow. I think it would be pretty cool if I had some toasted bread on the side so I could put this over it. It'll be so awesome, right? But then look at this, lamb chops. Yeah, do you guys like lamb? Now me personally, I don't get lamb chops that often. If you like lamb chops, then yeah, they have it here for you. And what I like about these lamb chops is just so big. It's like a really huge piece of lamb chop. Lamb chops aren't cheap, so I guess here's another expensive item that you should take advantage of. See, what I love about this buffet is that they have every kind of meats here as well. You see, they got the filet mignon, and I didn't even get this stuff at that carving station yet. It's still to come. That is fantastic. So it's like a very tender piece of filet mignon. And it's kind of spicy too, because I think I ate some of the, I had the jalapenos, yeah. But this should kind of cool everything down. Some agua chile, right? Tastes very similar to the agua chile that you have in Mexican restaurants. This one is spicy, yikes. Oh, that's why you gotta have your mimosa ready, you know what I'm saying? Ugh. But whenever I get like filet mignon, I always have to have my mashed potatoes on the side or some sort of potato. Whoa. These potatoes are like some of the best things here at this buffet. So far, I am impressed with this buffet. Second time around, I feel like I've discovered a lot of new things already. And this is the glorious meat carving station. We got beef rib right there. And that is the prime rib. Look at that. Look how juicy that looks. Oh man, that is so insane. And then we also have the porchetta as well. And look, they even have barbecue pork too. And I heard that this is honey roasted, so it kind of has like that sweet flavor. But then look at this crazy Mandarin roasted duck. And I heard that there are real Chinese chefs who made this in the back of the kitchen. Yeah, so this is as authentic as it gets. Oh, look at that. Look at that sauce. And for sure, you gotta have your au jus. Since I'm here, might as well try some of these kind of lobsters too, right? You know those lobsters, they really do you in. It's really that big. I can't rave enough about it. That's really the main reason why you come to this buffet, especially on Saturday, Sunday nights. But I want to try some of this prime rib too. Very juicy. I mean, it's not on the level of like, for example, going to Larry's prime rib, but for buffets, especially here in LA, you don't find prime rib that often, and this is very reminiscent of the ones you find in Vegas, which is pretty awesome. Be sure to get the au jus, because that adds so much flavor to it. You see, can't get enough of that lobster. Got to do it Chinese style too. I still very much prefer that one that's like in the whole shell. So yeah, that's the one you really got to focus on. Look at that. This is the biggest piece of duck I've had in my whole life. I have never chewed into a duck that's like this big before. It's almost kind of gross in some ways, but the flavor is good. Don't get me wrong. It actually tastes like roast duck that you find in a Cantonese restaurant. Almost like it. Yeah, so they do have some pretty legit Chinese food here too, actually. And this is the incredible dessert station. So we got the creme brulee, which is made in-house. So yes, I am definitely gonna get it, you bet. And they have all of these assorted cakes too, like this chocolate one right here, and this other one. So these aren't really labeled, so I guess you're just gonna have to try it based on the way it looks. You see? Looks pretty nice, right? Oh, I think those are Oreo cookies on top. And they do have a lot of these assorted cakes up here, and these are not labeled as well, so you're just gonna have to kind of guess what it is, I guess, before you eat it. Yeah, they all look so good though. Really, like I want to eat all of them. And you have to have your fruits as well, right? Pineapple, and we got some cantaloupe. I feel like if you did just all you can eat buffet on the desserts, like have your whole meal on it, you could really go through a lot of it and still not try all the choices. That's how many of these dessert selections are up here. More assorted stuff. I mean, sorry, I cannot tell you exactly what it is, but you get the picture. There's like a lot of desserts up here. But at least I know what this one is. That's the bread pudding. That's really good. And then some cinnamon rolls, as well as churros with lots of fruit on top. And look at that display of donuts right there. So many donuts. Like you got the red one, you got the simple glaze, and you got the chocolate one. Isn't that so cool? Even more cake. I mean, it just doesn't end with this dessert station. And guys, this is really the coolest thing in this dessert section. So you can make your own crepes or your ice cream. See, those are all the toppings you can put on your ice cream. You got almonds, peanuts, M&Ms, sprinkles, coconut, you name it. So the whole idea is that the ice cream is supposed to really solidify. So right now it almost kind of looks like whipped cream, but then after a few minutes, this thing turns really hard. So you can put whipped cream, chocolate syrup. Oh yeah, I think that's it. Oh yeah. And with your ice cream, you could get it with the cup, but you can also get a sugar cone with it too. So just letting you know there are options. One of the few buffets I've been to where you make your own ice cream and you can put all the toppings inside. I bet a lot of the kids would have fun at this buffet. I mean, if you're willing to pay that much money for your kid, right? Seriously, hits the spot. It almost kind of reminds me of having like a hot fudge sundae, even though it's not hot, the chocolate, but you know, like the taste wise, right? Okay, this one I'm the most excited to try. It's good. It's very thick though. You see how big it is? So you're gonna have like a lot of that cream in your mouth. But the top, it has that crispy layer on top, just like you would find with any creme brulee. It's awesome stuff. It is expensive, $150, but they treat you like a king. They go all out with the lobsters, different kinds of crab legs, even all you can drink as well. So definitely, like I said, keep your focus on the things that are worth it here, like the crab legs, the lobsters, even the alcoholic drinks. Yeah, you're gonna really have a fun time here. So remember, Cafe Sierra here at Universal. So come on over and have a fun time.
Well, there you have it with some of the best all-you-can-eat buffets you can find in Los Angeles. Have you been to any of these restaurants before? Drop that comment because I would love to hear your experience as well as your recommendations. Well, thank you so much for watching this entire episode. It's a big accomplishment. You guys rock. I'll see you all in the next food adventure.